Evening, everyone. It's around 6:40 tonight. It's Wednesday. This is your closing comment. And as always, I remind you, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and liked the work. And today was a particularly ugly day. Again, the Dow was only down 121, which is really not overwhelmingly meaningful. It down 0.4%, but the Nasdaq again beat all markets to the downside and was sinking going into the close, finishing down 361.04, down 2.7%. The S&P was down a shade over 50 for 1.31. The Russell down 2372 or 1.05, and the Dow Jones Transports down 2356 or just a minor 0.17%. Market internals were so-so. They were only 1.1 to 1 down on the Dow, but they were a solid 2 to 1 down in the Nasdaq. Volume was a little higher than it has been in the past couple of days, and there has clearly been a turn away from big growth into the interest rate sensitive, so financials, and not just the banks, obviously, insurance companies, anybody who works on the long-term valuation of money and interest rates has had a big boost here. We've also seen a big move up in value, and especially in let's just call it the building blocks like materials. The NAS has been brutally weak. Today we had Google down almost 50, Amazon down 82, Apple down 3, and down from about the 140s into the 120 area as it was last week. Netflix was down 30, Nvidia was down 25, Baidu was down 27. These stocks have really gotten pounded, and while I'd like to think that there's a bounce here, and I'm sure there will be, it's just too difficult to try and play it. Okay, Oscar Health, OSCR, new issue today, listed with a direct listing, not an IPO, no selling shareholders, and it was priced at 39. In fact, it started out 28 to 32, moved to 33 to 35, then 36 to 38, and then priced outside the range and opened at 35.51, down $4.50. And while it traded up to 36.77, it really never saw the light of day and made a low of 34 even, closing at 34.58, which was essentially down $4.42. So not a great showing. Snowflake beat on revenues. The negative about that is the fact that the more revenues they do, the bigger their loss is. So it is already down from 429 not very long ago to closing today at 247.03, down 23.57, and then reporting and selling off an additional $20 to 227, bounced back up a little to 241.75, down 29 cents or 10.2%. Marvell, not the comics, it missed on earnings, beat on revenues, and it had closed 45.56, down 227, but they gave particularly poor guidance, and the stock traded down another $2.50 to 43.15. Last was 43.40, down 4.43 or 9.5%. Okta also reported. It was yesterday's high was 280, and today's low was 207. it had actually closed 241.22, down 1784, or 6.9% before the earnings came. And it, as I said, traded down to 207 and finished at 215.30, down 43.76 or 17%. What's interesting here is that we're getting movement, a lot of movement in the reopening trade, that being airlines and Boeing, of course, some of the booking sites, but an unlikely one has emerged as a reopening trade, sort of, and it's a big name, and it's been down hard for quite a while. In fact, this stock in 2018, well, this is the highest it's been since 2018. In October of last year, the stock was trading a little over $6. I'm speaking about GE. Tim Seymour did a power pitch on it tonight on Fast Money, and everybody liked it. And the reason is that as a conglomerate, kind of a dirty word for valuation, it owns a big piece of, it owns Baker Hughes. And because of the big surge in energy, Baker Hughes has approximately doubled. It also is involved with GE, the aircraft engine. So as the reopening trade for travel, it also gets a kick there. It also does all of those wind turbines. So, this is an energy, an alternative energy, and a reopening play all rolled into one. And it hit as high as 1421 today, finished the day 1365, up 111 or 8.85%. And as I said, in October, it was 6. So in the last 6 months, it's over doubled. We own it in the $100,000 account, around $8.06. And I actually wrote against it several times. I think our actual adjusted cost is about $4.20. So this is one that, fit into, when they drop it from the Dow, you automatically should be buying it category. And that's exactly when I did buy it. Okay, the chart on the screen is Bitcoin. And again, it got up into this 53,000 area, actually slightly higher. This high was 52,875. Today's high was 53,000 even. Closed about 2/3 up on the range and up 3,000 on the day. And tonight is a little higher yet, up 245 at 51,000. The 5-day is rolling back to the upside after coming all the way back down here and looking like it might break the 20-day, but it looks a bit higher. What has been a big disappointment has been the gold. You would think that with the amount of money that's being printed, that on the inflation side, gold would be a major holding. But it appears as if, and I'm not fully on board with this, but it appears as if Bitcoin has taken away from the allure of gold as an inflation hedge. As I mentioned this morning, yesterday getting down to 1704 and then closing pretty close to the high of the day, it looked like it might have been trying to bottom, but it made a slightly higher high today. Yesterday's high was 1737.80. Today's high was 1739.10, so not a big move, but then it turned and came all the way back down and traded 1699.40 before closing about 2/3 down on the range, bouncing off the falling 5-day moving average. And tonight it is down an additional $9.20. I think that I've shown you this a couple of times. I think that we break here that we're going to probably test this area, which is around 1675, 1672. But more likely, I think it'll be drawn to this 100-week moving average, which is around 1645. So 1650, the round number or so, and we'll have to see how it acts when it gets there. All right, everyone. It was a tough day, as I said. I'll be back first thing in the morning with the pre-opening comment. Hope everyone had a good day, and I'll be back in the morning. Don't forget to subscribe.